Think about the chaotic old way of managing this. A customer visits your website, they fill out a form, and then absolute silence. That valuable data just sits in an inbox, right? It's just waiting for a human who's probably buried in a dozen other tasks to even notice it. Hours, sometimes days pass before anyone does anything. But in an AI-powered ecosystem, that exact millisecond triggers an instantaneous, beautifully orchestrated sequence of comprehension and action.
It beautifully illustrates the massive shift occurring across the industry right now. In the past, manual friction ruled everything. Human beings were forced to act like human routers. We were copying data from a form, pasting it into a spreadsheet, trying to figure out what it meant, and then typing out some generic email. It's exhausting, repetitive work. But in an automated flow, the form submission hits an AI intelligence layer instantly. The system actually comprehends it, updates the CRM, and only then brings the human in. The human doesn't disappear at all. Their role is just elevated to where their empathy and judgment are actually needed.
And that brings us to the silent evolution, moving from manual friction to an elegant automated flow. Look, a lot of people hear the phrase AI automation and they kind of panic. They picture this complete robot takeover of their entire company. But the crucial point here is that you absolutely do not need to automate your entire business all at once. Actually, scratch that. You shouldn't do that. All we're talking about is taking a standard workflow, just a series of actions happening in a specific order, and supercharging certain steps with an intelligence layer. AI is simply being used here to understand text, classify customers, and support your decisions. It's an evolution of the systems you already have, removing the robotic, unnecessary work so your human team can actually breathe.
It all starts with capturing the signal, right when that raw data arrives at your digital front door.
To really understand this, let's follow a real-world signal. Let's say you provide digital transformation services, and a potential customer submits this exact message. We currently manage our inventory and orders manually. We have 25 employees and want to automate the process. Now, this is pure gold, right? It's incredibly valuable context. But traditionally, this paragraph is just a wall of text trapped in some generic sales inbox, totally unstructured and highly likely to just get lost in the daily shuffle. But watch what the invisible machine does with it. The AI reads that messy, unstructured paragraph and instantly translates it into structured data points. The messy text becomes clear signals. The problem, manual inventory management. The interest, automation. Based on those 25 employees, it tags the company's size as small to medium business. And just from the context of inventory and orders, it deduces the likely industry is manufacturing. It's not just reading the text, it's comprehending the business reality behind the words, structuring the data perfectly without a single human keystroke. And that leads us right into the intelligence layer, where we handle comprehension and triage at massive scale. What's truly fascinating here is that we're not asking the AI to just take a wild guess about how important a lead is. We are giving it strict criteria based on our exact business rules. Like, imagine waking up to 100 new inquiries. If your sales team spends equal time on all of them, they're burning valuable resources. Instead, the AI triages all that noise, assigning temperatures based on your specific definitions. Does the customer have the problem we solve? Are they the right size? The AI filters those 100 leads down, making sure your team knows exactly which hot prospects to call the very second they pour their morning coffee. Once the system actually comprehends that signal, it's time for orchestrating the response, creating true personalization without all the manual labor.
We've all been on the receiving end of those generic, cold replies, right? Thanks for reaching out, how can we help? It feels so automated, and not in a good way. But an AI-orchestrated reply uses the exact problem identified just moments ago. It speaks directly to their workflow, their desire to reduce repetitive data entry, and even references their 25 employees. It proves to the customer instantly that they've been heard and understood. It creates a genuine sense of personalized value, dynamically generated in a fraction of a second. Now, this brings us to a really vital operational rule, kind of like the golden rule of this whole ecosystem. When you're building this, you do not let the AI send everything out automatically from day one. You have to build in a human review checkpoint. Let the AI do the heavy lifting of drafting that perfect personalized response, but make sure a person actually clicks approve. You monitor the results, you make sure the tone is perfectly aligned with your brand, and only then do you start gradually automating those lower risk interactions.
This creates what we call the human synergy, updating our systems while truly empowering our people. Because behind the scenes, this silent machine is also updating your core business systems. Every single vital CRM field, The lead name, the company, the specific problem, a high lead score, the next action required, it's all injected automatically by the AI. Nobody is sitting there manually copying and pasting from an email into Salesforce or HubSpot. The ecosystem just knows. The data flows seamlessly, keeping your business records flawlessly maintained in real time. Let's move to a wider view and see how this builds a complete picture of speed. This entire journey we just walked through, it literally happens in the blink of an eye. At 0 seconds, the form is submitted. 1 second later, the AI categorizes and scores it. At 2 seconds, the CRM is populated. And by second 3, your human sales team gets a ping on their phone or Slack alerting them to a high-value lead, fully briefed and ready to go. It's fluid, it's instantaneous, and it keeps the human perfectly in the loop right when it matters most. Which brings us to the core philosophy here. AI handles the repetitive information work, and humans handle the judgment and the relationships. By offloading the data entry, the tagging, the initial drafting, you are not replacing your sales and marketing teams, absolutely not. You're giving them the ultimate gift, time. Time to actually pick up the phone, build real rapport, understand the nuances of a client's business, and close deals. You're letting machines be machines, so humans can actually be humans. But an ecosystem like this isn't static. We have to be architecting business results by creating a constant feedback loop and tracking meaningful metrics. You see, the workflow doesn't just stop the moment the human takes over. That final step is absolutely crucial. The system has to learn from the real-world results of that human handoff. Did the customer reply? Did they actually book a meeting or even make a purchase? Or on the flip side, did the sales team look at the lead and immediately reject it? All of those outcomes get fed straight back into the intelligence layer. This feedback loop is what ensures your AI marketing workflow is continuously refining its own understanding of what a good lead actually looks like for your specific business. And how we measure the success of that loop is a huge deal. The biggest mistake businesses make when they adopt AI is simply measuring activity. They celebrate generating 1,000 emails or pumping out 50 social media posts. But honestly, that's just creating more noise. The goal of AI is not just more AI. The goal is driving true business results. Did our response time decrease? Did the percentage of qualified leads go up? Are our salespeople spending less time doing manual data entry? Those are the metrics that actually move the needle. To achieve those real results, you have to resist the urge to just automate the whole shebang all at once. Start with one incredibly narrow workflow. Maybe focus entirely on lead qualification to begin with. Build it out, measure its impact on your team's time, improve its accuracy, and then, only once it's running flawlessly, do you expand. You evolve naturally into things like automated follow-ups or campaign analysis. You grow the invisible machines step by step, making sure you have a rock-solid foundation at every single stage.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to think about for your own daily work. Look closely at your own operations. Where exactly is your incredibly valuable human touch being totally wasted on robotic, repetitive tasks? Because the tools to reclaim that time and to build your own invisible, intelligent machine, well, they aren't science fiction anymore. They're right here, just waiting for you to plug them in.